Ever since the start of the Assassin's Creed series, people have always wondered if there will ever be an Assassin's Creed game that solely takes place in the present day. The modern day storyline has always been a factor in every Assassin's Creed game, some more so than others, but it would be a really interesting take to have an Assassin's Creed game that only takes place in the modern day with the modern day assassins. The Watch Dogs Legion Assassin's Creed crossover gave us a taste of what a modern day AC game could look like, and I must say it's made me want a modern day AC game now more than ever. Can you imagine an open world Assassin's Creed game with cars, modern cities, new technology like drones and guns? I think if done right, it would be a very cool and unique game for the series. But would a game like that even work? What would it be about? When and where would it take place? And how would it pick up the modern day storyline after Valhalla? I had some pretty cool ideas, and since we know that Layla and Desmond may be able to escape and come back to life in the future, that could make for a very good story in a modern day AC game. I don't think Desmond was ever properly fleshed out or given a proper backstory in previous Assassin's Creed games. I mean, all we got is that he pretty much didn't care about anything and had no motivation to do anything before he became an assassin, so they could definitely expand upon that more if he's the protagonist of his own game. Not to mention, he still has the skills he learned from Altair, Ezio, and Connor, so at this point he'd make quite a deadly assassin capable of taking down Abstergo and the Templars. The Assassin's Creed games have always made it known that the Templars are far bigger than the assassins in the modern day world. They run their operations through Abstergo and essentially run the world, and yet despite all Desmond, Layla, Sean, Rebecca, and William were able to accomplish, they've hardly made a dent to the Templars. Sure, they've prevented the end of the world and the apple from falling into Templar hands, but they're still as big and influential as they were before. We also still really don't know who the leaders or higher-ups for Abstergo actually are. Even Doc Vidic in AC1 seemed afraid of them, so I think those would make for some pretty cool villains. I think a modern day game following the assassins, trying to bring down Abstergo and the modern day Templars for good, would make for a very good story. Now obviously for a modern day game, the gameplay formula would need to be adjusted to fit the times. There's obviously guns, and while the hidden blade can definitely still be used for stealth, it would be cool to be able to use a ton of new weapons and gadgets as well. There's no rule saying assassins aren't allowed to use guns. I mean, Ezio had the hidden gun back in like the late 1400s, and Desmond used a pistol in the AC3 remastered, so an Assassin's Creed gunplay system would be pretty cool in my opinion. Using suppressed weapons and the hidden blade for stealth would make a very cool combination and make for a lot of great action sequences. Now even in the modern day of the old games, we haven't really seen much of the outside world. We haven't been able to wander city streets. There were a few times you got to go out in AC3 with Desmond, which was great, but a game where you can fully explore a modern city or cities would be really cool. I mean, Watch Dogs Legion wasn't even built to fit the Assassin's Creed format, and just playing with Darcy and exploring the world worked really well and is solid proof that this is entirely within the realm of possibility. I understand a lot of people don't play Assassin's Creed for the modern day, but it would be a really nice change of pace for the series and give us a fun, new, unique experience. And there's so much potential and possibility with a game like this too. It doesn't have to be a massive game either. It could be a short like 10 to 15 hour game if Ubisoft is just wanting to give this kind of game a try and see how people like it. Not only that, but it'll hopefully make some old AC fans happy as we can play as assassins again. Now realistically, will Ubisoft ever do this? Oh. Yeah, no way. I mean, I would love for you to prove me wrong here, Ubisoft, but I know you all too well by now. I've seen your true face. Regardless, I still think a modern-day Assassin's Creed game would be a really fun and unique idea and would bring us something new and different for the series. So let me know your ideas for a modern-day AC game, and if you would like to play a game like this in the comments. If you're new here, I make a ton of Assassin's Creed-related content, so consider checking out some of my other videos and subscribing for more in the future. I also have a Discord server. The link for that is in the description. And other than that, thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day, Assassins.